So before showing you how the TYPO3 translation plugin of Wordbee Beebox works, I would like to do a brief introduction. So just to present our company in a few words, so Wordbee is a tool, translation tool provider. Our company was founded in 2008, and we have clients all over the world in 50 different countries. So every growth-oriented company needs a translation. That's why you need effective and smart solutions to remove the technical barriers. The proverb says, can't read, won't buy. And actually, a Common Sense Advisory report has shown that 56% of consumers think that having information in the mother tongue is more important than the price when it comes to purchase decisions. So translations are very important in the decision-making process. So as you need your web content to be translated as soon as possible, and because your translation needs are recurring, you need solutions. You need automation in your translation process. It becomes indispensable. I'm not sure you were able to see my screen. Is it correct? Hope you can see it now. So yes, translation process automation becomes indispensable. So now I would like to present you our Wordbee Beebox solution. So why you should make use of the Wordbee Beebox? Well, because first it centralizes several data sources. Okay, so it's a place where you can centralize information. You can implement different workflows, okay, in your Beebox instance. So you can imagine to have a Beebox and to connect it to multiple content management systems, for instance, and set up a different workflow for each CMS system. With the Beebox, you will no longer do manual import or export. Okay, because right now, if you have a CMS, you first need to figure out how to export the information, and then you should send it to your translation vendor who will analyze the files, and he will try to identify what needs to be translated in those files. So it's a complicated process, and we'll see that Beebox allows a very simple process. So it reduces errors. Normal email exchanges of content means fewer errors and less time spent. So we'll see this during the demo. And finally, maybe the most important, the Beebox is extremely easy to use. So as I said, Beebox, it is a middleware meant to connect your web content to your translation vendor. Maybe the TMS, the translation management system of your translation vendor. Okay, so it actually bridges the technology gap. Okay, because as I said before, it was very complicated to send web content for translation. So let's now focus on the advantages of the Beebox TYPO3 plugin. So you can actually, once you've installed the TYPO3 plugin, you can decide of the pages or sub-pages to send for translation. So you actually have to create configurations in TYPO3 and decide what to export for translation. So it can be the complete website or just a section or just some pages to send for translation. Thanks to the TYPO3 plugin, you will no longer have to do any manual export or import of translation files. Okay. You can make use of regular TYPO3 templates to customize translatable fields, including your own custom fields. You can go from any source to target languages, okay, in any directions. You have option to send both the source and existing translated text for linguistic approval. The Beebox isolates the HTML markup to protect against unintentional tampering. The Beebox also connects to your preferred translation service providers, your in-house teams, if you have some, or translation management systems. And we'll see that Wordbee Beebox natively connects to a Wordbee Translator TMS system. The TYPO3 plugin easily tracks all running translation requests, and it automatically inserts completed translations back into the right places. Okay, so if you have questions after this demonstration, please do not hesitate to send us an email at sales@wordbee.com. So I guess we're now ready for the demonstration. So I'm going to connect. So this is actually my my sample TYPO3 website. So it is, you see, it is made of different pages and different sections. And right now my content is in English only, as you can see. And I have activated the German and Danish languages, but I have not yet translated the content. That's why right now I cannot click on Dutch or Dansk. So I want now to translate my website into German. Okay, German first. So I will connect as the administrator of this CMS, of this TYPO3 CMS. So this is my back office. Okay, and I have already installed the TYPO3 plugin. So actually I have to read the Elton Manager section. Okay, and I have already done a configuration in which I have indicated to the system that I wanted the whole website to be translated. That's why you can see that the title of my configuration is Demo Full Website, Demo Full Site. Okay, so I can select this configuration, and I can here choose the target language. So I have activated 2 languages, and right now let's say that I just want to translate the website into German. So I select German, and I can simply export. Okay, so you can see the export was successful. The export actually is the export of the XML file. So if you want to have a look at it, you can always click on the link. So now that the export is successful, I can now reach my TYPO3 Wordbee Beebox plugin. So you can see here the section Wordbee Beebox. So now the content is sent to the Beebox card. So let's open the card. Okay, and here you can see the content. Okay, and the status is now added to cart. So now I want to send this content, so meaning the whole website. I need to send it for translation to the Beebox. So to do this, I will just send. I have an action button to actually send the content to Beebox. So that's simply it. I send content, and right now I just have to wait for the content to be translated. So for the purpose of the demonstration, I've configured a workflow with machine translation. Okay, and I've configured things so that I have connected Wordbee Beebox to the Wordbee Translator TMS system to show you that you can automate the process, because right now the content has been sent to the Beebox, so the Beebox is analyzing what needs to be translated, and it's preparing the file for translation. Okay, and it's also going to create a translation job, okay, with the content. And if you connect to Wordbee Translator, the Beebox can send this translation job to your Wordbee Translator TMS system. So in there, you can decide to assign the job to a particular, a specific supplier, or to a group of suppliers. Okay, so I'm now going to connect as a supplier who has just received our translation request. So again, you can completely configure the workflow according to your needs. Okay, so this is the workspace of one of my translators. Okay, and you can see here the last job that I sent to him via the Beebox. Okay, so it's a translation from English into German. So the translator will be able to perform the translation in Wordbee Translator. And when he will have marked his job for completed, the content will be sent back to the Beebox and then immediately sent back to the CMS system for publication. Okay, so as I said, I've configured machine translation just for the purpose of the demonstration, so it's something you can implement in your Beebox workflow, or if you just want a human translation, this is also possible. This is very flexible. So let's imagine now that I've done the translation, I can mark the job for completed, and we'll be able to retrieve the translated content back in the TYPO3 back office. Okay, so actually the Beebox is going to retrieve the translations every 5 minutes. Well, you can configure this. But for me right now, I've configured things so that the Beebox is going to retrieve the translations in 5 minutes. So if you can just excuse me 1 second, I will ask the Beebox to retrieve the information right now, so we don't have to wait 5 minutes. Okay, so I can now connect back to my TYPO3 website. Okay, so in the back office. So I am back in the back office, so I can check for the translation status. Okay, so I'm going to ask the system to show me the translation status of my translation request. Okay, now the translation is finished. I can import it. I simply have to download the translations, and once they are downloaded, okay, translation received, I can now import them. So the import process can take 1 or 2 minutes. And once this is done, we'll be able to see that we can now have the German version of our website. So again, the idea of the Beebox is that it remembers the translations. So you can always send all the content. So once you have modified something on your website, you can always send everything back to the Beebox, and it's going to analyze what is new on or modify, then only send this content for translation. Okay, so you don't have to wonder anymore, okay, what should I send for translation or not? You can send everything back and let the Beebox take care of the rest. So I'm going to check if, okay, now translation imported. Perfect. So we can go to the front end of our website. If we refresh, we can now see that the Dutch language is available, and if we click on it, we'll have our website translated into Dutch. As simple as that. So if you have questions, I'm now going to open the question box. I'd be very happy to answer any questions you may have regarding Wordbee Beebox and the TYPO3 plugin. So do not hesitate. I hope this presentation was clear, but if you feel like you have any questions, I'm available. Well, I suppose the presentation was very clear since I'm not receiving any questions. So I guess we can now stop this webinar, and again, you'll receive the recording tomorrow, and if you've later on any questions, please do not hesitate to send them to me via email. Thank you very much, everyone. Goodbye.